Our piece is entitled Ritual Earth, and it is done under the mentorship of Jillian Christmas with the works of Aneesha, Nritya, Yin Xzi, Fegor, Josh, and Tasha having been collected to be showcased for the Vines 2020 Art Festival. Our project is a collaborative video that encompasses breathwork and poetry, still photos, and visual representation. Shot across multiple days and geographies, it is a commentary on what grounds us in times of uncertainty. It is a depiction of the things we call sacred, what we adorn our altars with, how we move our bodies, where we make art. It is a depiction of what it means to be embraced by the earth and offer our bodies as a site of worship. We explore through watercolor, oil pastels, crayons, film, body paint, words, photography, dance, and listening to ourselves breathe.
Vessel, earth, mother. I break down my body into the piece, the whole. I set it on fire with my words. I offer this burned faceless offering to all the people I am. They rush forward ravenously, lapping at what's left of my being, my essence. I join in the feast that is my body. With eyes wide open, I offer myself, burning flesh and all. I call it sacred, the way I move through the flames, the way it embodies me, the way the smoke lays around my head as hollows. I call my existence sacred. I say it over and over as worship.
Long gone are the days where I felt I was walking aimlessly with no direction, tripping over my steps. When things are so uncertain, what does it mean to be exactly where I am right now? To be in my very own body, to be held, to feel comfortable, to feel powerful in the wonderment that I hold, in the space that I occupy, to feel enough.
This life of yours is utterly mystifying, isn't it? confusing, exciting, heartbreakingly profound, in all the right places. Always leaves me wondering, how do you do it? How do you endure even after so much damage? Hibernation, healing, transformation.
What does it mean to be held by the earth?
Where would you say we're at in this current moment in time? What I approach it with, which is capturing what it feels like rather than what it looks like.
I think it means to trust that it will challenge you,
So many good flowers!
that it will push you to grow roots, that it will teach you to be compassionate. I think it means learning to hold steady even in times of uncertainty.
Calmness, eternal connection. Calmness, eternal connection. Avoidance, everlasting discovery.
I am Red Fox, and my pronouns are Z and Zer. The group I was with and I were mentored by Angela Mangpetne, and we worked on the unceded and unsurrendered territories of the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh First Nations. I was also working on the lands of the Coquitlam. To give you a short project description, I tried to create a ritual out of language of my own creation and nature. I created a thing. I hope that you get something out of it.
Please get a pen and paper. There will be a moment in this piece where you are asked to draw something. In that moment, you will be given a specific instruction of when to start. Please be prepared for that. In the meantime, please focus on your breathing as you gather the materials requested. We're going to focus on our breathing. Breathe in for a count of 4. Breathe out for a count of 4. And just keep repeating. Our intention today is to take the energy that the earth has revitalized us with and return what we can back to the earth. We're trading our energy with the earth's energy. As we are wont to do. I would like everybody to take out their pen and paper. And take a look at what's been painted on the rocks. Choose one and focus on it. Now, draw the one you have chosen from memory. It does not need to be perfect. You just need to do it while you think about exchanging your energy with the earth. Go. I've been Nyuk of patterns, interposed Nelfagin, micro and macro. Zoom out, adds quasars and pulsars. Zoom in, the neurons enyeth synapses. With Nyuke, we can integrate there on a cellular level, and fabum constant. Today, we adds in the Nyuku this earth has revitalized us with, and fabumin to the earth. There comes from endless taking, so Atzru is to give.
Hi there, my name is Alex Massey, and this is The Gift of Space-Time, a short film I created with the Vine's Emerging Artists program. Don't let the format fool you. At its core, Space-Time is a poem, simply a poem with some visual and musical accompaniment. All of that was created in my own home, from the visual shots, which were just literally filmed around my house, to the musical accompaniment, which I did on my Suzuki Q-Chord, a digital song card guitar. I find that it has a really nice, nostalgic, dreamy sound. Like the visuals, though, its entire purpose is simply to elevate the words of the poem. At its core, this piece is meant to be an oasis. It's meant to be reflective, relaxing, and also reassuring about the better times that are on their way. Thank you so much to my mentor Angela, my fellow artists, and the Vines Festival for this wonderful opportunity. Please enjoy!
Today, I'm giving you the gift of some spare space-time. It's what we're missing most right now, isn't it? I have a simple strategy for its distribution. Sit back, relax, and let the world unravel around you. For a moment, for your sake, forget about your body. Become a lone, floating soul in this space I'm about to paint. And try to embrace it. Do you remember when space was your dear friend? Seeing your reflection in more than your own webcam? What your sun-kissed face looked like in the grandest mirror of them all, the mirror of the sea? Do you remember endlessness? Do you remember feeling small before its majesty, the majesty of all? Do you remember the beauty of the world that once was? Do you remember when time was your dear friend? Before weekdays were warped into a singular, unknowable mass? How the world slowed down as laughter left your lungs, and how every semester went by smooth as a song? Do you remember being eternal? Do you remember being ephemeral? Do you remember the beauty of the world that once was? Space is waking up again. Soon we won't be bound by our bubbles. And open air will be no less than a blessing. Soon you will stargaze with your dearest friends. And that spark of life will reignite. Can you feel the freedom that's already on its way? Time is rising up again. Soon we'll have hours of adventure, hours of enjoyment shared with every flavor of soulmate. We'll collect new gems of memories in every setting, and the dance of life will flow in motion once more. Can you feel the freedom already on its way? We have our wases, and we always will. Maybe there really was this old normal. One we never thought to miss because we never knew it would be taken from us. There really are some things that are just gone, gone, gone. But we also have our soons. Sure, it's a new normal we're looking at. Yet it will settle in, and as the world opens up, its grip on us will soften. There are some things that are still being born. What does healing look like for you? What about sanctuary? Anything like this? I hope so. I really do. I hope you got at least a brief vision of the world to come. And a brief vision of the world that we've said farewell to. Thank you. Come into your body again. Ready to face the world as it readies to face us. You've already come this far, and there's only more ahead. We can do this. And we will.
Is Alexander Zavarotny, and in my piece, The Alexander Simulation, I turned myself into a video game character via Zoom. I had 4 audiences instruct my every move via vocal commands. The following is a highlight reel from that experiment.
Oh golly, they're here.
Oh, they're here. Great. Hello, welcome. Welcome to the Alexander Simulation. 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 I'm your host, Alexander. Today, we're going to be playing a game. For the next 5 minutes, you will be able to ask me to do anything, and I have to do what you say. You can ask me to move anywhere, interact with anything, or say anything. You may choose to contradict each other. I will wait until the audience reaches a consensus to proceed. Leave your microphone on, but you can choose to turn your video off if you want to. Your time starts now.
Cover the camera with your hand.
Hum us a tune.
Alexander, could you tape a part of your body and show us that while you're doing it?
Stop and take it off immediately before.
Alexander, take that piece of duct tape that has just been wasted and
take your hand off the camera.
Collect dust with it.
And make a duck noise.
Alexander, show us what it's like to flop down on your bed.
You go closer to the sunflower painting.
Can you see it?
Can we see what's outside your window?
Alexander, look out the window.
What does the view look like outside your window?
Alexander, can you see clouds from your room?
Yeah, I can. Can you guys see those?
Yes. Can you pick out a favorite cloud that you see right now?
Ooh, I really like that one right there where all of the sunlight is kind of coming through, and then you can kind of see the sunbeams going out towards the sky, and all of the shadows and lights of those sunbeams coming through. And, you can tell that the clouds aren't exactly solid objects by looking at this cloud, because all of the sunlight is pouring through it, but some of it is blocked out.
So pick up one of those books that interests you, or notebook.
Flip to page 37 and read us the first sentence you see.
Actor Edgar Allan Poe IV, a direct descendant of the master of the macabre, has gotten a lot of career mileage out of the association with his great-great-uncle.
Can you play us a song on the guitar? Okay, and then I'll stop requesting things. Somebody else say something.
Sure.
The act of recall asks you to forget. The act of forgetting asks you to remember. Cracked Piece is a filmic audiovisual experience created by us, Andrea Velez
and Chris Yuan. We invite you on a dream walk, reflecting on diasporic self-image, memory recall, and creatures that crawl when you're not looking.
At the break of dawn, I pull the cracks out, one by one. I drape each one gingerly across my body and carry them where I can see them, hoping that when the time comes, when the collapse comes for us, I was at least some the wiser.
Earwigs spend their lives in cracks and dark places. If attacked, they wave their pincers in threat. It is not true that they can lay eggs in your ear and grow up there. Yes, it might be true sometimes, but very rarely. Even then, they will stay away from your brain and ear drum. Mostly, they just prefer cracks and dark places. Why? In cracks and dark places, there is no light. And without light, time stands still. Light cannot be the boss of time if there is no light. So, in dark places, earwigs are the ultimate agents of change. They are actually time travelers. They don't know it, but that's nature's job for them. When something goes wrong with the world, nature will send her natural time travel agents into cracks and dark places where they will wait and wait and wait and wait and wait until it is forwards time enough.
Crack in the wall is hardly a fissure. Out of this fissure echoes the memory of who I once was, and the split paths of all that I could be. In the past, I saw and grieved for all those people I wouldn't get to become. Every choice I made is another choice I could have made, but didn't. All the people I would have met, all the people I would have been. Out of this fissure fell out the things that I'd lost over the years, as if they found their vacation rudely interrupted. A crack in the wall is hardly a fissure.
An itemized receipt of things we
An
lost.
incel's Discord user login. User login.
The Mama Mary statue at the end of the hall, lit from the top. The iPod Touch with the hipster
A
music.
Kindle. Frozen on a page that explains how to yoga your way through an economic recession. Economic recession.
Earphones tangled, frayed, wires exposed. Clouds race by against the minuscule airplane window. Up here, there is no understanding of where anyone is in the world anymore. In this moment, no one cares. The airplane grumbles underneath the weight of its passengers. It fights against the air and the unspoken desire to plummet down. Yet the cracks remain. Fissure wants to grow. Fissure wants to grow. I flick through the in-flight magazine they leave in between vomit bags and used gum wrappers. Between vomit bags and used gum wrappers.
A graduation photo. The woman, I assume, is holding up her master's degree, beaming. To her right, only her mother's arm extends from the sleeve of a barot saya. Sleeve of a barot saya.
Her eyebrows, under and over plucked. And over plucked.
A jar full of dead earwigs. Jar full of
An
dead
itemized
earwigs.
receipt of things we lost. Continued. Lost. Continued.
Hello, my name is Montserrat, but I also go by Monsi for short, and I, alongside Zanger, Thuja, Santana, and Kimberly, who also goes by Kim, are so excited and happy and grateful to be a part of the Vine's Emerging Creative Program and to have been mentored by the amazing Jen Sunshine. Our project is a video collage titled Handheld that explores the of touch. From early on, we knew that we all gravitated towards process over product. We wanted to find a way to work in relation to one another that prioritized response and impulse over the engineering of a single piece of work. So we developed a system via WhatsApp. At the beginning, we set very loose parameters for these video relays beyond the method of filming. It was really important for us to use the camera from our smartphones because we wanted to make sure that we were using the same type of quality that we see and use in our everyday lives in terms of recording. In a world where video documentation serves as a evidence for an experience, we wanted to engage in this type of form when we were talking about our experience during this pandemic. As our relay continued, the experience we became more and more interested in was that of touch, of touching, and of how an image of touching can incite a sensory response in a viewer. We started thinking about what the sensation of touch can do with everyday objects and with everyday actions. If you would like to learn more about our project or about us, feel free to go to the Vines Art Festival website where there will be a lot of more information. Thank you so much for watching.
I hope you're doing well and that you've gotten some rest. I've been spending a lot of time alone, but that's okay. I'm wondering what it means to respond. What does it mean to hold the everyday differently? How to navigate working at a distance. The phrase, keep in touch, means continue sending information to one another. What does it mean to be in touch?
This is Under the Willow Tree. My name is Jackson Waitongzen. I go by he, she, they.
My name is Lexi, and I go by she, her.
My name is Madison Hilligoss, and I use she, her pronouns.
My name is Sarah, and I use she, her pronouns.
My name is Ren Gomez, and I use they, them pronouns.
We were mentored by spoken word and dance artist Marissa Antoinette Gold. Our group of 5 emerging interdisciplinary artists moved to the rhythm of the seasons, asking sensory questions about ourselves and to the audience. Please enjoy.
On whose land do you rest in the winter?
What do you say to your inner child during those icy cold months?
When I think of winter, the season is the second that comes to mind. I feel alone. I see 4 white walls freezing to the touch. I look out the window. I see gray. No one walking their dog. No one biking around. just gray, light merging with the clouds. I feel the need to get up, to leave my room, to walk anywhere, and I also feel the paralysis. I feel my eyes wide, staring into space, moving right through the wall and into the whirlwind of anxieties pulling me down, helping me forget where my skin starts and the bed ends, one with the sheets. December through February heralds a time where, while it's still dark, I walk for miles and miles and miles through the highway into the Wendy's next to Tim Hortons at 7 a.m. It's a time where I know the bus doesn't run to where I am. It's a time where I count in my most macho emotions to protect me from the strangers who try and catch my eye as I stare at the ground, hoping the black ice won't make me fall. It's a time where I hope my puffy jacket will be the barrier between strangers and my unconcealable big boobs. It wasn't until I came here that winter was anything else than watching American Christmas movies and hoping that by a miracle it would snow in the tropical rainforest that is all I've ever known. Winter here and there is thinking about a hot cup of tea and wishing I desired it enough to stand up and get it.
Start their call, squirrels scamper after each other, butterflies dance and spiral up into the air. More skin starts to show, more sun on the skin, more skin, please. Daffodils in February. This doesn't happen anywhere else. And cherry blossoms. Oh, cherry blossoms. They never get old. And I still feel like I'm in an anime, smelling their sweet scent and dreaming about the birth of a new future.
Blackberry sweet goodbye warns me of the changing skies, warns me of the golden days when clouds would cover golden rays.
Breath of freshly cut grass wanders onto vacant lots and neighboring lands, picking Himalayan blackberries. A taste of home so abundant and yet invasive, sensing and knowing myself truly. Snow-melted cold waters remind me to stand. Amidst numbness, I am steady with these friends. Breathe easy now because it all feels simple. Cottonwood sweetness faded to fruitful presence, soon to be decomposing maple earth. A moment too sweet to be true, but darling, it is here. Amidst windswept greenery and parting clouds, I am here, still standing with each year's heat waves and glacial melts, through fresh winds and campfire or wildfire smokes. Beetle-ravaged pines and new pine cones opened in mid-destruction. The future forests lie within the forgotten forests, soon to be nourished by surprise July rains.
Blackberry sweet goodbye warns me of the changing skies, warns me of the golden days when clouds would cover golden rays. We can repaint the walls when the leaves fall, the mist of morning dew and effervescent yellow seeping off the cedar tree, keep golden hour, and the creamy summoning of my heart humbled, create a quilt with leftover sunsets, give space to heal. Brew herbs in the slow cooker, make salves and write songs, sip warm nettle tea, and ration alpine blueberry jam on Kaya's spelt sourdough. Write stories to tell you after dinner. Let the subtle spice linger on my tongue and listen to Blackberry sweet goodbye warn me of the change
when you walk on sand with bare feet? How does snow look like? On the ground, on the rooftop, on top of your car? How are they different and how are they similar? What do you feel when you see snow falling off a tree? How does sweat taste like? What is the sound of wind? What does the shadow of trees remind you of? How does it feel to walk on dry sand? How does it feel to walk on wet sand?
This is Lexi singing Blackberry. Blackberry sweet goodbye warns me of the changing skies, warns me of the golden days when clouds would cover golden rays. It's really hard to hear yourself when you have headphones on, by the way.